Assalamu alaikum. So, like I promised, I will start a new recording with a cue card. So, here goes. The cue card is describe a famous person you know who is from your country. You should say who the person is, why they are famous, what makes you mention them, and describe what positive changes this person has brought to your country. All right, so let's get started. So, the person that I would like to talk about today is Mr. Shahzad Roy. Now, Shahzad Roy technically started his career as a musician. He was a singer and a musician, and his songs were very, they were very positive. The lyrics were very motivating. Generally, his songs would, sort of preach to the youth to get up and do things for themselves and to make a difference in your life and so on and so forth. So the music became very popular for those reasons. And also he was a very talented musician, so his voice was very beautiful, or should I say is very beautiful, and he was definitely coming up in terms of the entertainment industry and the popularity that he brought with him. However, this is not the reason why I'm talking about him. Today I want to mention another aspect of his life which I think is pretty important, is his social work. Along the way, while he developed his career as a musician, he started this NGO called Zindagi Trust. Now, in Urdu, in our local language, Urdu, Zindagi means life. And basically, Shahzad Roy started to focus on education for the masses, but not for the privileged, because the privileged could afford an education, on their own. Zindagi Trust was established specifically to develop education and literacy amongst the poor and the lower classes of the society. So Pakistan being a backward country, Pakistan being a developing country, education definitely was an area that needed attention, especially because there's this very huge divide between the classes. So the lower classes, the lower middle class and the lower classes were not really getting the privileges that the upper class could afford. So Zindagi Trust ensured that these masses could get educated, and they could get educated in a positive manner, that they could get they could get training for different kinds of vocations, they could get literacy in different areas, and they could also develop their own careers along the way. So Zindagi Trust became very popular, and it also developed a community of its own, because Shahzad Roy had a good reputation. He had a good, standing as far as, his own personal life was concerned. So people started to really invest in this NGO, and they started to believe